Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Kruffle from CZT Kelli King. This one just came out on Tangle Patterns, and I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's a neat, it's a tangulation, which is, our way of saying variation, on the Zentangle original Tangle Crescent Moon. But this is rather neat. So, starts off, and this would be a border tangle or something you might want to put on a string. And let's see, I'm just going to draw kind of a curvy line that will pretend, say that's, like a string line or something going down the middle of a tangle, we'll say. And then, just like Crescent Moon, we're going to put the little ladybugs, or the little bumps, whichever way you want to call them, around the outside. Now, there is a trick to this, though. And I'm just going to put the bumps first, we'll fill them in afterwards. Now, because of the nature of this tangle, you want to keep them kind of close together. If you can imagine what, one, aura, and then we want to have the next bump here, because what we're going to end up with is, I like the way that it looks like it's flipping back and forth. When I was first doing, giving this a try, I didn't pay attention. And I just put them, as far apart as I wanted to. And then I came back, I'm like, oh, well, that's not going to work. I mean, it could work, but I thought, well, okay, let's do something different here. And so I'll show you in a moment here. Actually, let me flip to my, my good old graphic one. Oh, sure, I've got 1201s here. What the heck did I do with that? There it is. Okay. It knew it was going to be used, so it had moved up to the front of the line here, nearest to me, instead of, being on the other side of the table where it usually is. Pens have a mind of their own. Silly things. This might be getting to the end of its livelihood. Usually it's a little bit juicier. And it's nice to have a variety of pens, if you don't, and sizes of the nibs, so that way, especially if you're doing a lot of fill-in, it's just really handy. I like the graphic one a lot for that. There are thicker nibs in general, but those are almost better for tangling with them. But, I mean, of course, they can be used for fill-in, too. All right. All right, so you have your nice line with all of these ladybugs on it. Then, and here's how, on the step out, and I pretty much, did what Kelli did, because I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So she did the first, the top side first, and it was a good idea. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these kind of backwards, just because I want to place this aura right in the middle here. Okay, and then I'm auraing backwards. From here, you can kind of do it, either way, whichever way is comfortable for you. And of course, move your tile so that way it is most comfortable. So that way, well, comfortable and so you can see. And we're just going to do all of these. And again, placing your pen in the middle of the two bumps, and then auraing around, like I said, we're just doing the ones on top first. Okay, and that's a partial. Oh, and then actually, what's fun, turn your tile, and now all we have to do is, line from where this line is, we're going to just pick that right back up and travel it over, auraing this bump, and then landing on the line that we did underneath. And probably a great idea, like I just did there, to do the takeoff and land. So that is tracing over a little bit and then coming up and over. This, I think I might make this bump a little bit bigger. And then landing over here. Now, of course, I know some people are probably thinking, and as I was, well, gosh, you could just do this, and do the over and under, just do it all in one stroke. Oh, you can, of course. What I liked about it was just making sure I had the placement right, as well as, because this is a tangulation of a crescent moon, it is nice to kind of, we're like honoring that tangle, because that's what we do. If you've never done that tangle, that's what we do in that tangle, is we, in some order, starting somewhere and going around and adding an aura one at a time. And that's what we do with that one. And then, of course, you can course correct like I am doing right here. And if you need to make your, bumps a little different, then you could, of course, do that. All right, then the next step is where this, and I'm just going to start right here because that's where my pen is, where this edge is, that's going to start our next aura. And actually doing that, and then we're going to land right there on that edge. So doing the other steps separately kind of sets you up for this, because this we're not going to go, do this over and under thing. So it does help. And let me put, let's get this one here. There we go. Like I said, and we're just doing the top first, or I should say one side. There is no top because as soon as I turn it, the top has changed. All right, and then this one, I just have to figure out, we'll make up where the end is over here because it's off of the page. And it's the same thing, so right on that edge, and you could trace over a little bit, do the take off and land concept. Well, that one's a little bit over, but that's okay. And then going slow also helps to line things up, because like that, pen was going a little bit too fast. And it wasn't exactly lined up. Now, the closer you have them lined up, the better the optical illusion, I guess, is, so it looks like we've got this, this one line. Oh, you know what? Let's see. And here I need to fill, I'm like, this looked weird over here. This is where that other bump would be. Now it looks better. But it is neat how it kind of has this weaving pattern going through it. And then if you take a look at the For More Inspiration link, where I have linked to Kelli's, the entry on Tangle Patterns, and then scroll down so you can see her artwork. And what's neat is that no matter how, how the line goes, it almost looks like, like this is a solid, well, it does look like this is a solid line with, with these, with the bumps just being, kind of, actually it'd be here where it'd be like cut out. Anyway, it just has a really, really neat look overall. And she has it's kind of like a big mono tangle pattern. And I also noticed it looked like she had done some shading here, and we're just going to give it a go. Right on that line. And I'm going to push it both ways. Anyway, take a look at that at her work, because I think you'll see what I mean. But it's a neat look on that. Oh, that looks cool. And so bringing that up, it makes the tops kind of look a little shiny. But you always want to make sure to leave a bit of the natural tile color. Yeah. It's just it's a neat tangle. I always love to have something a little extra, it's just something you can whip off easy, and it has a nice look. I also like, and this is why I like Crescent Moon also, because it has some, the little bumps filled in. It gives some dramaticness, some drama, some contrast to your tangle. So if you have, I like to pair it with things that are just more like line work, that are a little lighter than in nature. And it's nice to have something like that just dividing up, just like I said, adding some contrast to your overall piece. So with that, that's it. This is, like I said, cute tangle. It's cute, great idea. And if you enjoyed the video, would love to have a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with your friends. And if you liked it enough to see more, I'd love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Of course, that is free. In the description section, besides the step out links, below those are links to connect with me if you would like to. I do classes online every week, and most of them are free. I do have a couple of paid ones. Information is on my site. So, and if you have questions or have trouble finding it, you can either leave a comment here, or again, there's ways to connect with me via my website. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.